Okay, this is going to be a collective reading. I think this is going to be twin flame. I was going to do an all signs, but that's just not that's not what I've been meditating on. That's just not the energy I'm getting right now. Doing all signs, that would maybe do that another day or something like that, but I'm really being pulled on right now by the twin flame energy. So I don't know if there was some sort of shift or something like that, but something's going on. So I'm gonna pull a couple of these Earthcraft cards, see what's going on with that. This is just gonna be whatever comes out, because I do feel like there's some sort of change or something like that that's happening though. And by the way, this isn't going to resonate with everybody. Everybody's not a twin flame. Everything is not a twin flame, no matter how intense the relationship is. Only take this reading if it actually resonates with your situation. Yeah. So let's find out what's going on in the situation. Tell me what I need to know about twin flame. It's usually a bigger gap in between my twin flame readings than this, but there we go on the bottom. Balance card. This is my twin flame card in the deck. There's something. This is giving me very much kind of Justice card, Libra energy, Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. I do feel like when you look at this card, there are two people here, I feel like, that are mirroring each other. I'm seeing the sun and the moon. This could be a Leo and a Cancer, or a fire sign and a water sign. But there's definitely two people here very connected, very drawn to each other. And I think at the moment, very, very much thinking about each other. Could be even dreaming or something like that. Somebody could have had dreams. I have the Seer card, number 27. I feel like, again, this is giving me very much like somebody here is like seeing a truth or something like that. Somebody here is seeing some sort of truth. I feel somebody could be coming into like their psychic gifts or something like that. I have the prayer card, number 20. So I feel like somebody here could be literally praying or something like that. But there's somebody here who's definitely doing some going within here. I'm definitely getting that. Somebody's definitely doing some soul searching, heavily thinking about this. This woman has a veil on, and with this Seer card too, it's making me feel like somebody's seeing the veils like being lifted for somebody. This could be it could be either the masculine or the feminine or both, but I feel like there's some veil being lifted for somebody. There's some illusion that somebody's seeing through. That's what I'm getting from this. This could have come to them in a dream or something like that. So let's go to the tarot. So what do the twin flames need to know? What do the twin flames need to know? What do the twin flames need to know? I have the Three of Swords in the reverse. I have the Three of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Ten of Wands in reverse. The Five of Cups in the reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse. A lot of reversals out here. I have the King of Swords in the reverse. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So there, I feel like there's some sort of with this Three of Swords energy and this Ten of Swords energy. This does feel like there was some sort of betrayal or something like that. Um, Three of Cups, Three of Swords. There could have been some third party energy here or something. But somebody here is feeling heavily burdened and sad about something stuck in their head. Um, I'm getting the two energies here. There's somebody who's in that energy, and there's also in another energy here of somebody that's in this like cold and cut off energy. I feel like for this Page of Pentacles in the reverse and this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like somebody made some sort of empty promise, empty offer, something like that. So tell me about this Three of Swords. What is this Three of Swords? What is this Three of Swords? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. There's somebody here who is wanting to revisit the situation. I feel like this obviously is two twin flames that are maybe not in contact with each other or something like that, but there was some sort of betrayal here, and I don't know if this betrayal occurred only between the twins. I feel like maybe there's one of them who's going through some sort of betrayal, some sort of rock bottom moment or something like that. Tell me about this Three of Cups. Tell me about this Three of Cups. I'm seeing this Red Devil person here. I feel like somebody here maybe got involved with somebody who had ill intentions or something like that. Could have been that. What is this Three of Cups? Chariot card in the reverse, Cancerian energy. Yeah, there's some sort of, there's a reconciliation here that this is looking like somebody's wanting reconciliation or something like that. Somebody is unable to move on from a situation. This definitely is looking like somebody wanting to come back around, spin the block, something like that. What's this Ten of Swords though? What's this Ten of Swords? Hermit card in the reverse, Virgo energy. I feel like this is the energy here. This is a separate energy. This is the other energy. This person is feeling very hurt, and I feel like they are withdrawn from the situation. They are maybe in an area in their lives where they're wanting to isolate or something like that. Something went wrong here, because there's somebody here who's extremely hurt. So tell me about this Page of Pentacles in the reverse. What's this Page of Pentacles in the reverse? Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, there was some sort of like false offer or something like that. No follow through or just something like that, and it left somebody feeling alone. There's somebody here. There's somebody here who's in some extremely lonely energy. This person's feeling extremely lonely, and they feel like they had the rug pulled out from beneath them. What's this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse? What is this 10 of Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there was some sort of offer made here. I don't know if this was about long-term stability or something like that. Could have been marriage, could be something like that, but I feel like this was an offer that was unfollowed through on, and this has left somebody feeling like again, feeling like extremely betrayed and sad. But there's another energy here of wanting to revisit the situation, being unable to move on from the situation. Seeing that. So what is this Ten of Wands in the reverse? What is this Ten of Wands in the reverse? Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody that wants to come forward. They want to come forward, but this is a little bit of a risky move. Somebody's feeling like this is a risky move. They're feeling extremely burdened from the separation here. And this does look like a separation to me. They're feeling it burdened by the separation, and they want to come forward, but this is like, they know if they were to come forward, they would have to make some sort of tangible offer, and I don't know if this person has it to give. Okay, they do. Ten of Pentacles. They know that whatever offer they would have to give coming forward would have to be long term. They know they would have to actually invest themselves in the situation, and I'm not totally sure that this person has that to give. What is this Five of Cups in the reverse? I have that twice out here, so I feel like there could be some mirroring going on here. I feel like both parties in the situation are feeling the sadness, though. But what's this Five of Cups in the reverse? Star card, Aquarius energy. Yeah, somebody's trying to heal from the situation. Somebody's trying to heal from the situation, and there's also somebody here that is still like carrying hope for the situation. Although this person is hurt, they feel like the rug was pulled out from beneath them. They still have hope in the situation. I feel like this person, maybe, like I said, this prayer card was out here. This person could be praying for some sort of turnaround in the situation. This Chariot card is giving me vehicle vibes. It's like somebody wants somebody else to turn around. I feel like there's somebody who's left the situation, and there's one person here who wants, they want to turn around in the situation. That word is really loud right now, turn around. Okay, what is this Eight of Swords in the reverse? What is this Eight of Swords in the reverse? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody here is, they're in a self-imposed prison. They're holding back in a situation. They're just very like hunkered down. Like, again, this is more of this isolated energy. Like they're holding on tightly to their feelings, their emotions, their words, everything. They don't want to appear that they don't want to appear that they still want the situation, but this person very much still does. The King of Swords in the reverse, and for that I have the King of Swords in the reverse again. There's somebody here who is extremely upset. I feel like there's some anger here. I do feel like there's some anger here. I feel like there's some very cold and cutting communication here that somebody wants to deliver, and I feel like this is one thing that somebody here is holding back. I feel like the other person in this situation may be aware of this or something like that. What's this Knight of Cups in the reverse? What's this Knight of Cups in the reverse? Page of Swords in the reverse. There's somebody here again who wants to come forward, wants to come back around, wants to send some sort of message, wants to there's some romantic feelings here that want to be shared, and the Page of Swords in the reverse, it's like There's somebody here who is really heavily focused on the situation, thinking about this situation. This could be somebody who's looking at somebody else's social media, looking at their pictures. This is an extremely, the energy here is just extremely sad, like an extreme loss here, that somebody knows what they did. Somebody knows what they lost. And there's another person here who's extremely upset. They feel blindsided. They're extremely angry. They're extremely withdrawn. Tell me some more about who is this King of Swords in the reverse? Who is this King of Swords in the reverse? Five of Pentacles. Whoever this King of Swords is, the one that's, extremely angry and upset, is a person who feels they were forced to walk away from the situation with this Five of Pentacles. I feel like they felt like they were in a situation that was going nowhere. I feel like they were in a relationship with somebody who they felt like this person didn't know where they were going either. They didn't know what they were doing in life either, and that's why this person kind of cut off the situation. I have the Queen of Cups here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This could be the feminine energy. I feel like this could be the feminine energy. So tell me about this, the Page of Pentacles here. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles here. This could be an age gap or something like that. It doesn't have to be. Who is the Page of Pentacles here? Who's the one, the Chariot card, the Wheel of Fortune, the reverse? That's this one. Who is the one who's feeling like they know what they lost? Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody's looking at something differently. I'm looking at the way that he's looking at the wand, the staff in front of him, and it's like, I feel like maybe this person is looking at something from a different, like, perspective or something like that. There's somebody here there's some communication here, that wants to be had. But I don't feel like this is very poignant. I don't feel like this person has together what they want to say, though. And I feel like this is a lot of the reason why this person isn't coming forward. Again, this person knows that in order to come forward, they would have to offer long term. There would have to be tangible. There would have to be something tangible here, and I'm not so sure that this person has it to give. They want to. I have the Ace of Pentacles out here. They want to. But there's just a lot of wishing and hoping here, I think, on both sides. Okay, so tell me some more about the feminine's energy. Tell me some more about the feminine's energy. Tell me some more about the feminine's energy. Hanged Man in the reverse. Death card in the reverse. Scorpio energy. Pisces energy. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, the feminine feels like they haven't moved on from the situation with this Death card in the reverse. They haven't put it to bed, but they're feeling let down. Again, this is something else about like empty promises or something like this with this Knight of Cups in the reverse. It's like this was a wish extremely unfulfilled. And with the Hangman in the reverse, it's like the feminine energy feels like their hands are tied in the situation. There's nothing they can do. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they're extremely guarded. Extremely guarded in this situation. Okay, so tell me, what is the masculine energy here? What is the masculine energy here? King of Cups in the reverse. Six of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this there's again the Six of Swords in the reverse. It's like the masculine's unable to move on from this situation as well, but they still don't know. There's a little bit of emotional unavailability here, and I don't feel like this is because the masculine intends to be that way, intends to come across that way, but I feel like there's a lack of, the Hermit card here is in the reverse. There's a lack of going within with this person, okay? A lack of clarity. And I feel like the person here seeing through an illusion is probably the feminine. They maybe held out hope for this relationship, held out hope this person would change, held out hope that it would be something different this time around, and I feel like it wasn't, and I feel like the feminine is finally seeing through that illusion. Okay. But and also here for the masculine, I have the Lover's card in the reverse. This could be same sex. Doesn't have to be. But they're feeling the loss. They're feeling the loss. And the Lover's card can also be about decisions, so there could have been some sort of decision here or something like that that the masculine didn't make, or feels like it's a hard decision to make. So what's the mutual energy in the situation? Tell me some more about the mutual energy in the situation. World card in the reverse. Neither one of these people feel like this is over. Page of Swords in the reverse. They're both heavily stuck on the same situation. They're both, maybe, I don't know if this is actually them looking at each other's social media, or, but they're extremely both focused on each other though, and none of these people have put this to bed though. Neither one of these people have put this to bed at all. Okay, I have the Sun card in the reverse, and I have the Ace of Cups here in the reverse. So there's some extreme unhappiness on both sides here. I feel like maybe one or both of them could have fallen into some sort of like depression or something like that about the situation. There was a lot of extreme emotions here. I don't know whether or not they were displayed on the outside, but you know. So what is going to be, is there going to be any actions in the situation? Is there going to be any actions in the situation? Page of Wands in the reverse. King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. And no, I don't feel like there's going to be any action in the situation right now. I feel like both of these people I feel like are kind of, I don't know, in a stuck energy of their lives, stagnant energy in their lives. And I feel like this is going to continue. This stagnant energy is going to continue until both of these people go within. Okay, twin flame is very, like, you can't, this is the literal other half of your soul walking around in another body. And whatever you're embodying is what this person, whatever the feminine's embodying is what the masculine's embodying. Okay. The longer, like the runner chaser aspect of the situation, it doesn't have to be near, it doesn't even have to be that this person is like physically chasing the other person. It doesn't have to be like that, but as long as they're so focused on the other person, it's like they're not focusing on themselves, they're not focusing on their own lives, they're not focusing on their own growth, their own healing, their own lessons. And that same stagnant energy, that's what's going to keep the stagnant energy here. Okay, yeah, Judgment card in the reverse. I feel like there's somebody here who is seeing through some sort of illusion or something like that. Like they're seeing the truth in the situation, and the truth is that, you know, the other person, the situation wasn't what they wanted it to be, and I think that maybe there's some sort of acceptance of that here. But I don't think that I don't feel like there's any kind of acceptance of their own role that they played in the situation. I don't think either one of these people have are like accepting accepting the role they played in the situation. And I feel like these people, you know, although they go about their daily lives, they're still extremely focused on each other. They're both, you know, living rent free in each other's heads in the situation, and I feel like there's just a lot of stagnant energy here. So, what's going to be the outcome in the situation? What's going to be the outcome in the situation? Five of Swords in the reverse. Four of Wands in the reverse. Justice card in the reverse. Libra energy. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't see a reconciliation happening anytime soon. And if there is a reconciliation that happens, I mean, it's just not going to be, the situation's not going to be any different. Okay? The situation's not going to be any different. It's still going to be the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay? It's still going to be the Four of Wands in reverse. It's going to be mind games, manipulation with this Five of Swords. And not because somebody wanted it to be, and not because somebody was trying to trying to lie or try to do or deceive or something like that, or play mind games. It's just that's what's going to end up being, because I don't know if this is the masculine or the feminine. It could be both, could be, you know, one or the other, but I just feel like there's just a lack of balance and harmony here, and it's in their own lives. Okay, and that balance card did come out in the oracle. And I feel like with this Five of Pentacles in the reverse, to go back towards this situation would be like a self-abandonment again. Self-abandonment I'm getting here. Okay. Because if you go towards a situation with somebody that is not right for you, not good for you at the moment at least, it's like abandoning yourself, because then you're starting to accept things that you shouldn't accept, behavior you shouldn't accept, third party energy, stuff like that. And that could be, like I said, that could be a part of the situation. This could be third party. That could be something that, you know, I don't know, the masculine and the feminine, one of them or both of them are refusing to address. They're refusing to heal that. So it's just going to be the same thing all over again. If there's action taken in the situation, I feel like that's all it's going to be at the moment. Okay, so what's the advice? What's the advice in this situation? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Cups. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse. The advice is what I said. To not pursue this Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is, boundaries need to be kept. Boundaries need to be kept. This would be a risky situation. This would be, you know, there would be a lack of cooperation in the situation. There would be a lot of confusion in the situation, a lot of emotional, like, avoidance here. One of these people could be an avoidant or something like that. This is the same. It's just going to be the same thing all over again. So, I feel like this is, like, these people just still, this is a set of twins that they both still need to work through the issues. They still need to work and heal through things. So that's pretty much what I'm getting from it. So anyways, that's not going to resonate for everybody. Like I said, everything's not twin flame. Everybody's not a twin flame, and this reading definitely isn't going to resonate with every single set of twins, but that's what I have. I am doing the I just did the water signs. I did the water signs reading. I think I'm gonna do air signs next, then earth, then fire. There's that's coming. So, anyways, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let me know if this resonated or if it didn't or whatever. But thanks for watching.